So we have another mystery box to open, this time from a Grumpy Modeler YouTube channel. Hey guys, welcome back to TAMIYA Legends, and once again thank you for stopping by. So this is an exciting video for me. I love a mystery box. So far this what I'm going to read now is all I've got. So as I said, Tor is from the Grumpy Modeler YouTube channel, but he messaged me and he said, "Hi, I'm the Grumpy Modeler on YouTube. I'd like to give you a model that I have made for you to check out. It's a very unique buggy that I designed and made myself. It was designed in the spirit of the old school and unique TAMIYA designs." Let's crack that box open. Right then, let's get into this. I'm excited. Right. Got a bag of bits. Oh wow. Wow, look at this thing. Look at that. Oh, it's got a nice motor in it as well. Wow. What a thing. Let me get this out of the way and then zoom in on car so you can see car well. Just putting this stuff away. Oops. Oh my gosh. Right, so I'm back. Wow. So I don't know if I said earlier, but I've got to message Tor now and see. He's going to tell me all about the car. He basically said unbox it, but don't do anything with it until I've spoken to him. A serious bag of goodies. Look at this. That is. So it's the same wheels and tyres, different tyres, same wheels. Again, they look 3D printed. Got a wing. That's like a TAMIYA battery box. Two of them. Very cool. All these are 3D printed as far as I'm aware. That is really incredible. Obviously the next stage after this, I've made this segment of the video, I'll have been contacted by Tor and he'll have told me all about it. But and he also said don't take the body off, just wait, because there's a special way of doing it. I'm blown away by it. So cool. They're friction shocks, believe it or not. And he said that he's invented and designed, and he said you've got to sort of work them before you use the car to get them working properly. But very light on it, ain't got a battery on, so all the weight on this car's at the front end. But he said they work so much better than normal friction shocks, and you can tell there, look, that's almost like damping, like an oil shock. Don't know what the body's made out of. I don't know if he's making that himself. But what a thing. Front wheel drive. So it's obviously very similar to the car I know, which is the ORV. These are supposed to handle superbly. What a really cool design. Right, what I'll do is I'll obviously, as I say, I'll contact Tor through Messenger now, and he'll give me all the proper details, and then we'll come back and I'll tell you what he's told me about this. That is so cool. It's just awesome. What a thing. I've never seen anything like this before. Apart from the ORB, ORB. The front two-wheel drive racing buggy, which we did a video on this channel actually. Oh my god, I'm absolutely loving this. I'm like a kid in a sweet shop because I know nothing about it at all, but I know it looks really cool, and I know the little bits I do know. I know Tor's cars run really well. Right, let's go message him and then we'll come straight back. So before I bring the camera over and we have a really good look at this thing with the top off, you're going to be amazed. Honestly, you're going to be amazed. As I said, I messaged Tor straight away and said, right, it's arrived. I've made the little brief unboxing video. Now tell me all about this thing, because I am I'm intrigued by it. So I asked a lot of questions, and I'm just going to read you some of the answers very quickly, and as I said, then we'll have a good look at the car. But I think a lot of this information is important to know for this video. The whole thing's basically 3D printed. A full 3D printed RC car. I didn't even know that was a thing. And just before I read this, that's the important bit. That's why Tor has sent me this car, kindly sent me this car, because he's showing what can be done with 3D printed stuff nowadays. I have no knowledge of it. I just knew people, I knew it was quite getting a big thing, and people were doing spare parts for certain areas of cars. Never dreamed for a minute a full car could be done in one. Anyway, this is just his brief replies. It's my design. I wanted a Kyosho Maxim as a kid, and I've always been curious about the front wheel drive cars since I saw the yellow camel themed one in the magazine back in the day. When Orb came out with their buggies, I started thinking about them again. It's all 3D printed except for the tyres and the obvious bits like screws, ball bearings and springs. The CVDs are also steel. I have printed drive shafts before, but it's not worth it for high performance. I've included some 3D printed tyres. Too, but they are only good for grass as they are so hard. Tyres, 3D printed. Wow. In the bag was also a clear wing, which is much more durable. I recommend using it if you risk tumbling. I risk tumbling with my driving. The shocks use Teflon tube sliding in a silicone bush. If they are too tight, drop a bit of silicone oil in the shaft and it will help, but usually they just need a few compression extensions after sitting for a while. I think I've included a USB stick with the files for printing more parts if you should wish to do so, and also PDF documents with a full parts lift bomb. Bomb means bill of materials. I love this bit. I picked the colours of the parts based on Tamiya kits, since I know you like the blue arms and yellow shocks and stuff like that. You'll wait till you see it with top off. I then asked the question, what's the shell, did he make it? And of course he made it. Now he said it's called LW-PLA. It's a special version of the same material as the chassis. The difference is that it foams when it gets hot, so it weighs half as much. It's made for aeroplanes, but Tor likes it for body shells. So basically he's designed this all himself, he's made all the parts himself, and now I'm going to bring the camera over and have a look at it. And here it is close up. What a thing! So 3D printed wheel, 3D printed car, but this has got the actual rubber tyres on. What a thing! I've never seen anything like it. Yeah, I've honestly never seen anything like this. That in there, my friends, is a bar of chocolate that came with it, and I will not be sharing that, I have to be honest. Right, so to get the shell off, there's a little bracket that you just push on. Let me get this correct. You push and it lifts up, and then the front has got a lip on it as well that just clips on. Oh my god, look at this chassis. How absolutely gorgeous is this thing? He's even sent me it with electronics in it. It's got steering servo. It looks like it's got a Hobbywing 1060. That's just incredible. And a motor in it. Now, we'll just go to the motor first. He did say he thinks it's a 21 turn. Which is just absolutely fantastic. Look at it. Sorry, is that in camera? I'm just so intrigued with this thing. Look at that. I really am. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this. This has got to be one of the coolest things I've ever had in my hands. Those colours, as well, as he said, are just so Tamiya, aren't they? Try and get a bit closer on the chassis so you can see it. It's got this big brace. The whole design of it, it's got this lower chassis, then it's got like almost like a top deck, which bolts to the rear end, and then obviously the rear shocks pivot on it. It's so cool. I can't even believe, I know it's all 3D printed, I can't believe those shocks are 3D printed. I didn't think you could do anything like that, I've got to be honest. Not to make it work, you can certainly see the resemblance colour-wise to the Tamiya cars back in the day, can't you? What a thing! So obviously, rear wheels don't do anything. They just steer. Steer, idiot. They just well, they freewheel, don't they? Let's see if I can turn it upside down so you can see it. The chassis. Absolutely incredible. I'm blown away by this thing. I've got to be honest, I really am. Wow. Stick in the comments what you think, guys. I mean, anyone else running who's watching this running 3D a full 3D printed RC car? Anyone else doing that? So it's got a battery strap in it, and it's kind of, Tor says to use shorties are the best. But he's put those battery cases in and there's some supports needed, and I can just run normal 7.2 stick packs, which is mega cool. Let's have a quick look at the spares we've got. Right, so now I've got a better idea on what I'm looking at. I really do appreciate this shed load of spares. So the first thing I had to look at, 3D printed tyres, guys. Didn't know that was a thing. I knew wheels. So they've got giving them. They're not rock hard. They're there's not much in it. I will have to give them a try out. So we've got a full set of black wheels and 3D printed tyres. We've got spares wise, we've got 2 front arms, we've got the rear wing mount, we've got the rear arms, bumper, motor mount, we've got a spur gear, we've got a bag of links, we've got steering, we've got pulley and differential spares. We've got NIM support brackets. Let's give us some pins. That is just absolutely incredible. Oh, and also he's even, because he asked me what battery I use and a connection, and I says I use Dean's. So he's even sent me a Tamiya to Dean's conversion. Super cool. And then he sent me a USB stick with all the files onto this thing. I know nothing about 3D printing, but this is absolutely... I'm blown away by it. I mean, not just his generosity of sending me this thing, but I didn't know this existed. This thing's just absolutely awesome. I should have known, because when I was looking at spares, it said spare pulley. So pulley for belt. I've just realised, I've just looked down now, and it's belt driven. Absolutely superb. I've seen anything like it. I really haven't. Before I talk any more about it, I just want to make sure I get the relevant information out about this, because Tor's been so kind to send me this from Norway. And, you know, so as I say, his YouTube channel is Grumpy Modeler. All the links to everything I'm talking about will be in the description of this video. So yeah, go show him I mean, not only just to go check out these things, but all his other RC content. Amazing. He also sent me a link to a video. I'll just play on somewhere. I'll just play a little clip of it, and it's one of these bashing around in his back garden. So that video, I'll put that link in the description as well. That video's about 8 minutes long, and at 4 minutes 40 it goes to this car, and it's flying over jumps, getting some air, and it looks to handle superbly. Really excited about having a bash with this. Really excited. Also, so I'll put his channel link and that video link in there. He's also given me some 3D links. Now, again, I don't know anything about the 3D printing side of it, but I'll put the links in the description should you be interested in this. I did ask him how many of these cars are about, and obviously he's got a couple, I've got one. And there could be, because if people use the files, they can make their own version of it. I guess that's how it works. So he thinks there's probably around about 10, 12 of these cars in circulation. Mega cool. Mega cool. And the last thing he wanted to emphasise, and I appreciate this now. When he first said it to me, I didn't really give it much thought. But he said the whole point of this, giving it to me so I can show you guys, is to really see what you can do with 3D printing nowadays. And hands up, I didn't know that this was a thing. I honestly didn't. Absolutely superb. So I did make some notes. I just want to make sure I've covered everything. yeah, so the last one is, it's like, what's next to this? Well, obviously I'm going to run it. All I need to do is add radio gear to it and a battery, and it's away. I think it's 21 turn motor. We'll run it on 2S, so I have no idea how quick it'll be. I also don't know, in the spares it had that blue spur gear, and it's got the number of teeth marked on it, so I don't know if that's like a higher or lower ratio to get a bit more top end out of it. I've no idea. But yeah, I've got to be honest, last night I jumped on YouTube onto his Grumpy Modeler channel, and I was looking at some of the running videos of this thing. It's... how can I explain this? If someone had said to me before I'd seen this, yeah, you can get full RC car 3D printed, I wouldn't have thought it'd have been any good, if that makes sense. But when you go to his channel and you see these things running, it's just a 1/10 RC car that jumps, lands, suspension, everything's cock on. And of course the beauty of it is, again, something I've never really thought about, if you do have a 3D sort of print setup, you're never gonna want for spares ever, and you can just keep upgrading it and upgrading it yourself. Very cool market to get into. Market, that's probably the wrong word. The niche of that particular bit of the hobby. Very cool indeed. I'm not saying I'm going to get into it, but wow. So I really hope you've enjoyed this video, my friends. As you can see, I have. So I guess I'll end it here. So again, Tor, just a massive thank you for sending me this thing. I'll get it on the RC Legends Facebook group, and I'll get it on my Instagram channel, because this thing needs to be seen, doesn't it? Absolutely quality. So my friends, I'll end this video here. So once again, thanks so much for watching. It's honestly massively appreciated. If you are new to this channel, if you could please consider liking and subscribing to support us. And if you do that, smash that notification buzzer bell for our weekly videos. I'm going to be looking at this for the rest of today, because I don't have anything else to do today. I'm not making any more videos. I'm not doing anything more RC. I am going to go and just look at this thing and look at the details on it, because every time I look at it, I see something cool. Outstanding. Happy RCing, guys.